I am Isabella Rodriguez, 31 years old, and 6 months ago my father was telling our extended family that I was unemployed and living off savings while pursuing unrealistic dreams. Last weekend, during my sister Carmen's anniversary dinner, her husband Miguel stepped outside and asked whose Gulfstream G650 was parked in our driveway. The expression on my father's face when he realized his unemployed daughter owned a $40 million private jet was absolutely priceless. Before we jump back in, tell us where you're tuning in from, and if this story touches you, make sure you're subscribed, because tomorrow, I've saved something extra special for you. The weight of familial expectations settled like desert dust across every conversation in our Phoenix household. Growing up as the middle daughter in the Rodriguez family meant navigating between my older sister Carmen's conventional success as a pediatric nurse and my younger brother Diego's achievements as a mechanical engineer. Both had chosen paths that our parents understood and celebrated, careers with clear progression and societal recognition. My father, Roberto Rodriguez, had built his identity around providing stability for our family through his position as operations manager at Southwest Logistics, a regional trucking company where he had invested 23 years of his professional life. His journey from warehouse worker to management reflected the American dream as he understood it, achieved through consistent effort, loyalty to employers, and conservative risk management. Mija, you need to understand something fundamental about success, he would tell me during our frequent discussions about career direction. Real achievement comes from building something solid, something people can see and respect. These technology ideas you chase, they disappear as quickly as they appear. My mother, Elena Rodriguez, had supported the family through her work as a bilingual administrative coordinator at Phoenix Children's Hospital while pursuing her evening studies to become a certified medical translator. Her path demonstrated the value of steady progress toward concrete qualifications, reinforcing the family narrative that meaningful work required institutional validation and traditional career structures. The challenges I faced in gaining family support for my ambitions were compounded by the abstract nature of technology entrepreneurship, particularly in logistics optimization. Unlike Carmen's nursing degree or Diego's engineering credentials, my interests in supply chain analytics and freight coordination algorithms seemed ethereal and impractical to family members whose professional experiences were grounded in tangible, immediate results. Isabella talks about moving packages more efficiently using computers, my father would explain to relatives who inquired about my career plans. I move packages every day using trucks and workers. That is real logistics. His perspective was understandable given his background, but it reflected limited exposure to how technology was transforming the logistics industry. The gap between his practical experience and my theoretical knowledge created persistent friction about the viability of my chosen direction. Arizona State University's supply chain management program had provided comprehensive grounding in operations research, data analytics, and global logistics systems. My academic focus combined traditional business education with emerging technologies, preparing students for an industry undergoing rapid digital transformation. Professor David Chen, who directed the program's technology integration track, became an influential mentor who recognized potential that extended beyond conventional career applications. His background included consulting work with major logistics companies and startup advisory roles that provided realistic perspectives on entrepreneurial opportunities. The logistics industry is experiencing the most significant transformation since containerization, he explained during one of our advisory meetings. Companies that integrate artificial intelligence with traditional freight operations will capture disproportionate market share over the next decade. Professor Chen's insights aligned with my own observations about inefficiencies in current logistics systems. Traditional freight coordination relied heavily on manual processes, legacy software systems, and reactive rather than predictive approaches to capacity optimization. These limitations created opportunities for innovative solutions that could deliver superior results through better information processing and decision-making algorithms. My undergraduate thesis examined how machine learning applications could optimize freight routing across multimodal transportation networks, combining trucking, rail, and air cargo to minimize costs while maintaining delivery reliability. The research demonstrated potential cost savings of 15 to 25% compared to conventional dispatching methods, with additional benefits including reduced fuel consumption and improved asset utilization. The academic rigor of developing and defending this thesis provided confidence in my analytical capabilities while highlighting the commercial potential of applying advanced technologies to traditional logistics challenges. However, translating theoretical research into practical business applications would require experience and resources that university education alone could not provide. Following graduation in 2014, I faced the typical challenge of entering a competitive job market during economic recovery when employers prioritized experience over academic achievement. My applications to major logistics companies resulted in limited interview opportunities, with most positions requiring industry background that recent graduates had not yet acquired. The few interviews I secured revealed another dimension of the challenge I faced. Logistics remained a male-dominated industry where leadership positions were typically occupied by individuals who had advanced through operational roles rather than analytical or technology-focused positions. My academic background was respected but viewed as supplementary to rather than sufficient for management track positions. After 3 months of searching, I accepted a position as a freight coordinator at Desert Mountain Logistics, a mid-sized trucking company that served manufacturing clients across the Southwest region. The role involved matching available trucking capacity with customer shipping requirements, optimizing routes, and managing customer relationships during transportation delays or complications. While the position was several levels below my educational qualifications and career ambitions, it provided essential exposure to practical logistics operations that would prove invaluable for understanding industry dynamics from an insider perspective. My decision to accept the freight coordinator position generated mixed reactions from family members who had expected my university education to lead directly to management responsibilities or professional recognition. The disconnect between educational investment and initial career placement reinforced existing doubts about the practical value of my chosen field. For years of university study to answer phones and track trucks, my father observed during one of our family dinners, "You could have learned the same skills working in our warehouse for a few months." His comment reflected genuine confusion rather than intentional dismissal, but it highlighted the gap between his understanding of logistics operations and my comprehension of how technology could transform traditional business processes. To him, freight coordination appeared to be clerical work rather than analytical preparation for more sophisticated contributions. Carmen's perspective was more supportive but equally grounded in conventional career expectations. "Isabella is building experience that will lead to management opportunities," she would explain to family friends. "Everyone starts somewhere in their profession." Her defense was well-intentioned but failed to capture my actual strategy for leveraging the coordinator position to develop industry expertise while building technological solutions that could disrupt traditional approaches to freight management. The distinction between conventional career advancement and entrepreneurial preparation was not apparent to family members who measured professional progress through traditional organizational hierarchies. Diego's reaction was perhaps most frustrating. Because his engineering background provided foundation for understanding technological innovation, yet he remained skeptical about entrepreneurial applications. "Technology companies require substantial capital investment and experienced management teams," he would remind me. "Individual contributors rarely transition successfully to business ownership." His engineering training had taught him to value proven methodologies and established systems, making entrepreneurial risk-taking appear unnecessarily dangerous compared to secure employment with respected organizations. The possibility that individual innovation could create competitive advantages sufficient to build successful companies seemed unrealistic given his professional framework. These family dynamics created persistent pressure to demonstrate tangible progress through conventional metrics such as salary increases, promotional titles, or recognition within established organizations. My focus on learning industry operations while developing proprietary analytical capabilities was not visible or understandable to family members who equated career success with external validation and institutional advancement. My position at Desert Mountain Logistics provided daily exposure to the inefficiencies and coordination challenges that plagued traditional freight operations. Customer requirements often exceeded available capacity during peak shipping periods, while trucks remained underutilized during slower seasons. Route optimization depended on dispatcher experience rather than systematic analysis, resulting in suboptimal fuel efficiency and delivery times. More significantly, information systems were fragmented across multiple platforms that required manual data entry and provided limited integration between customer management, capacity planning, and financial reporting functions. These technological limitations created operational bottlenecks that prevented effective scaling and reduced competitiveness compared to larger logistics providers with more sophisticated systems. During my first 6 months at Desert Mountain, I began developing analytical models that could optimize freight routing more effectively than existing manual processes. Working during evening hours and weekends, I created algorithms that considered multiple variables including fuel costs, driver availability, customer delivery requirements, and equipment specifications to generate routing recommendations that consistently outperformed conventional approaches. The initial prototype demonstrated 15% improvement in fuel efficiency and 12% reduction in average delivery times compared to manual routing decisions. These results suggested that systematic application of optimization algorithms could generate substantial competitive advantages for logistics companies willing to invest in technological infrastructure. However, implementing these innovations within desert mountain logistics presented significant organizational challenges. The company's culture emphasized operational experience over analytical approaches, and management was skeptical about technological solutions that differed from proven methods. My suggestions for testing optimization algorithms were consistently deferred in favor of maintaining established procedures. Rather than becoming frustrated with organizational resistance, I recognized this situation as validation of market opportunity for independent logistics optimization services. If established companies were unwilling or unable to implement innovative technologies, entrepreneurial ventures could capture market share by providing superior solutions to customers seeking competitive advantages. This insight shifted my strategy from seeking advancement within desert mountain logistics to building comprehensive industry knowledge while developing technological capabilities that could support independent business ventures. My day job became research and development for understanding customer needs, competitive dynamics, and operational requirements that innovative logistics companies would need to address successfully. Preparing and narrating this story took us a lot of time, so if you are enjoying it, subscribe to our channel, it means a lot to us. Now back to the story. My evening and weekend development work expanded beyond route optimization to encompass comprehensive freight management systems that could integrate customer relationship management, capacity planning, financial reporting, and performance analytics within unified platforms. These systems addressed the fragmentation problems I observed daily while providing capabilities that exceeded what traditional logistics companies offered. The technological architecture I developed emphasized scalability and integration, enabling logistics companies to manage complex operations through intuitive interfaces that reduced training requirements and eliminated manual data entry. Real-time analytics provided insights that enabled proactive decision-making rather than reactive problem-solving approaches that characterized traditional operations. More importantly, the system incorporated predictive analytics that could anticipate capacity constraints, route disruptions, and customer demand fluctuations before they affected service delivery. This predictive capability represented fundamental advancement over existing logistics software that focused primarily on transaction processing rather than strategic optimization. Development work required substantial personal investment in learning advanced programming languages, database management systems, and user interface design principles that extended beyond my university education. Online courses, technical documentation, and experimental projects provided the specialized knowledge necessary for building commercial quality software systems. The financial investment in development tools, hosting services, and technical education consumed most of my discretionary income during the first 18 months at Desert Mountain Logistics. Family members viewed these expenditures as evidence of unrealistic priorities rather than strategic investment in future business capabilities. Isabella spends more money on computer equipment than most people spend on car payments, my father would comment when discussions turned to personal finances. Meanwhile, she could be saving for a house or building retirement accounts like responsible adults. His concern reflected traditional approaches to financial planning that prioritized asset accumulation over capability development. The concept of investing current income in technological infrastructure that could generate future business opportunities was outside his framework for understanding wealth creation and career advancement. My position at Desert Mountain Logistics provided comprehensive education in logistics industry dynamics that university coursework had not covered thoroughly. Customer interactions revealed the pain points and unmet needs that created opportunities for innovative solutions, while vendor relationships demonstrated the supply chain complexities that affected pricing and service delivery. Regional trucking operations faced persistent challenges with capacity utilization, fuel cost management, regulatory compliance, and customer relationship maintenance that required sophisticated coordination and communication systems. Companies that solved these challenges effectively gained competitive advantages that enabled premium pricing and customer retention. However, most logistics companies operated with technological systems that had been designed decades earlier and had been only minimally updated to address current business requirements. These legacy systems created operational inefficiencies that innovative competitors could exploit through superior technological infrastructure. Customer conversations consistently revealed frustration with service reliability, communication, gaps, and pricing transparency issues that current logistics providers had not addressed adequately. These pain points represented market opportunities for companies that could deliver superior customer experiences through better operational systems and communication processes. Industry conferences and professional development events provided broader perspective on technological trends and competitive dynamics across the logistics sector. These educational opportunities highlighted the gap between emerging technological capabilities and actual implementation within traditional logistics companies. The disconnect between available technology and industry adoption suggested substantial market opportunities for companies that could bridge this gap through practical applications of advanced analytics, artificial intelligence, and integrated communication systems that improved operational efficiency while enhancing customer satisfaction. 18 months into my tenure at Desert Mountain Logistics, I had developed a comprehensive freight management system that addressed the primary operational challenges I had observed while incorporating predictive analytics capabilities that exceeded anything available in the commercial market. The system was ready for practical testing with real customer operations. My opportunity for validation emerged when Desert Mountain experienced a capacity crisis during the peak holiday shipping season. Customer demand exceeded available trucking capacity by 30%, creating service failures that threatened major customer relationships and generated substantial overtime costs for management coordination. Traditional approaches to capacity management involved manual telephone coordination between dispatchers, drivers, and customers that consumed substantial time while providing suboptimal results. During crisis periods, this process became chaotic and frequently resulted in service failures that damaged customer relationships and reduced profitability. I approached Operations Manager Lisa Thompson with a proposal to test my optimization system for managing the capacity crisis. The system could analyze customer requirements, available capacity, and routing options to generate coordination plans that maximized efficiency while maintaining service reliability. Isabella, we appreciate your initiative, but this is not the time for experimenting with untested systems, was her initial response. We need proven solutions that we know will work under pressure. However, as the crisis intensified and traditional coordination methods proved inadequate, Lisa agreed to allow testing of my system for a subset of customer accounts that were experiencing the most severe service disruptions. The test would compare optimization algorithm results with manual dispatching decisions to evaluate effectiveness. The results exceeded my most optimistic projections. The optimization system reduced average delivery times by 22% while eliminating service failures for customers included in the test group. Fuel efficiency improved by 18% compared to manual routing, and customer satisfaction scores increased substantially due to improved communication and delivery reliability. More importantly, the system managed the crisis coordination automatically, eliminating the overtime costs and stress that typically accompanied peak season operations. Management time was freed for strategic activities rather than tactical crisis response, improving overall organizational effectiveness. The success of my optimization system during Desert Mountain's capacity crisis generated recognition within the company and broader industry networks. Lisa Thompson became an advocate for technological innovation after witnessing how analytical approaches could outperform traditional operational methods. Isabella has demonstrated that technology can solve problems that experience alone cannot address, she explained to senior management during evaluation meetings. Her system delivered results that our traditional approaches could not achieve. This recognition led to expanded responsibilities for developing technological solutions to other operational challenges while maintaining my freight coordination duties. The additional responsibilities provided access to more comprehensive business data and strategic planning discussions that enhanced my understanding of logistics industry dynamics. However, the expanded role also revealed organizational limitations that would prevent full implementation of the innovations I was developing. Desert Mountain Logistics lacked the capital investment and cultural commitment necessary for comprehensive technological transformation that could maximize competitive advantages. Senior management viewed technological innovation as supplementary to rather than transformative of traditional logistics operations. They appreciated improved efficiency but were unwilling to restructure business processes to fully leverage analytical capabilities that could differentiate the company from competitors. This organizational constraint reinforced my conclusion that independent business development would provide better opportunities for implementing comprehensive technological solutions while capturing the full economic value of innovation rather than sharing benefits with organizations that had not contributed to development costs. My strategy evolved to focus on building industry relationships and customer insights that would support independent venture development while maintaining employment that provided income and continued learning opportunities. The success at Desert Mountain had validated my technological capabilities while highlighting market demand for solutions that traditional companies could not or would not provide. The success of my optimization system at Desert Mountain Logistics provided evidence for broader market opportunities that could support independent business development. Similar operational challenges existed across the logistics industry, where most companies relied on legacy systems and manual processes that created inefficiencies and service limitations. Market research revealed that the logistics technology sector was dominated by large enterprise software providers that offered comprehensive but inflexible solutions requiring substantial implementation investments and ongoing customization. These systems were accessible primarily to large logistics companies with dedicated information technology departments and substantial software licensing budgets. Smaller and mid-sized logistics companies faced a gap between their operational requirements and available technological solutions. Enterprise systems were too expensive and complex for their needs, while simple software applications lacked the sophistication necessary for competitive differentiation. This market gap represented opportunity for developing scalable logistics optimization systems that could provide enterprise-level capabilities through accessible pricing models and simplified implementation processes. Such solutions could enable smaller logistics companies to compete effectively against larger competitors while providing cost advantages compared to existing alternatives. Customer development conversations with logistics companies across the Southwest region confirmed substantial unmet demand for affordable technological solutions that could improve operational efficiency without requiring major organizational restructuring or staff retraining. These companies recognized the competitive advantages that technology could provide but lacked access to suitable solutions. The total addressable market for logistics optimization software in the Southwest region alone exceeded $200 million annually, with national and international expansion opportunities representing substantially larger market potential. Success in the regional market could provide foundation for broader expansion while validating business models and operational approaches. Despite the recognition I was receiving for technological innovation at Desert Mountain Logistics, perceptions of my career progress remained shaped by conventional expectations about professional advancement and financial success. My continued employment in a coordinator role, despite expanding responsibilities, appeared to represent stagnation rather than strategic positioning. Isabella has been at the same company for almost 2 years without a promotion or significant salary increase, my father would explain to relatives who inquired about my career progress. These technology projects are interesting hobbies, but they are not advancing her professional development. His assessment was accurate according to traditional metrics for career success, but it failed to account for the strategic value of industry knowledge and technological capabilities I was developing through my current position. The invisible nature of entrepreneurial preparation made it difficult to demonstrate progress using conventional measurement approaches. Carmen's perspective was more supportive but equally focused on institutional advancement. Isabella should leverage her technology success to secure management positions with larger logistics companies, she would suggest during family discussions. Her innovations prove she is ready for more responsibility and better compensation. Her advice reflected sound career strategy for conventional advancement paths, but it misunderstood my strategic priorities for building independent business capabilities rather than climbing organizational hierarchies. The distinction between employee advancement and entrepreneurial preparation was not apparent to family members who equated professional success with employment-based achievement. These family dynamics created persistent pressure to demonstrate tangible progress through external validation and conventional success metrics. My focus on building technological capabilities and industry relationships that would support future business ventures was not visible or comprehensible to family members who measured career development through traditional organizational advancement. The gap between family expectations and my actual strategic priorities widened as I devoted increasing time and resources to development activities that appeared to be expensive hobbies rather than career preparation. This misunderstanding would persist until external recognition validated the commercial potential of my innovations. By the end of my second year at Desert Mountain Logistics, I had achieved comprehensive understanding of logistics industry operations, customer needs, competitive dynamics, and technological opportunities that created substantial market potential for innovative solutions. My optimization systems had demonstrated superior performance compared to traditional approaches while generating customer demand that exceeded what established companies could satisfy. The foundation was established for transitioning from employee to entrepreneur, with technological capabilities, industry knowledge, customer relationships, and market validation necessary for launching independent business ventures. However, implementing this transition would require courage to abandon employment security while pursuing opportunities that family members viewed as unrealistic and potentially dangerous. The success I had achieved at Desert Mountain Logistics provided confidence in my analytical abilities and technological innovations while highlighting the limitations of traditional organizational approaches to business development and competitive positioning. Independent venture development offered the potential for capturing full value from innovations while building sustainable competitive advantages through proprietary technological capabilities. My journey from dismissed dreamer to recognized innovator was beginning, though neither I nor my family yet understood the full implications of the foundation I was building. The transformation that would ultimately validate my unconventional approach was still ahead, requiring persistence through continued skepticism while maintaining focus on long-term strategic objectives. The stage was set for a story that would demonstrate how extraordinary achievement often begins with ordinary circumstances approached with exceptional vision and determination. The next phases would test my resolve and strategic thinking while building toward the dramatic validation that would silence all doubters and establish the foundation for sustainable success. The foundation of dreams had been laid through systematic preparation and unwavering commitment to innovative solutions. The invisible apprenticeship that had shaped my understanding of industry dynamics and market opportunities was complete. The next chapter would begin the transition from hidden development to market engagement that would transform theoretical potential into commercial reality. My third year at Desert Mountain Logistics marked the beginning of an intensive educational period that would prove more valuable than any formal business school program. The success of my optimization system during the holiday crisis had earned me a unique position within the company, allowing unprecedented access to strategic discussions, customer interactions, and operational data that most employees never encountered. Lisa Thompson's recognition of my technological capabilities led to my inclusion in quarterly business reviews, vendor negotiations, and strategic planning sessions that provided comprehensive insight into how logistics companies operated beyond day-to-day freight coordination. These meetings revealed the financial pressures, competitive challenges, and growth limitations that shaped industry dynamics across the Southwest region. The logistics sector in Arizona was dominated by family-owned companies that had operated successfully for decades using traditional business models but faced increasing pressure from national competitors with superior technology and operational scale. Desert Mountain Logistics exemplified this challenge, maintaining strong customer relationships and regional expertise while struggling to compete on efficiency and pricing against larger competitors. During strategic planning meetings, senior management consistently identified technology gaps as primary obstacles to growth and competitive positioning. However, their proposed solutions typically involved purchasing expensive enterprise software systems that would require substantial capital investment and organizational restructuring without guaranteeing improved results. We need better systems, but we cannot afford to disrupt operations while implementing complex solutions, CEO Michael Chen explained during one planning session. Our customers depend on reliable service, and any technology transition that compromises delivery performance could permanently damage critical relationships. His concern reflected the dilemma facing mid-sized logistics companies throughout the industry. Technological advancement was necessary for competitive survival, but implementation risks and costs often exceeded what smaller companies could manage without threatening their existing business operations. This insight highlighted the market opportunity one had been developing through my optimization systems. Rather than requiring comprehensive organizational transformation, my solutions provided immediate operational improvements that could be implemented gradually without disrupting existing customer relationships or internal processes. My expanded role at Desert Mountain provided regular interaction with customers facing supply chain challenges that extended beyond simple transportation needs. Manufacturing companies throughout Arizona struggled with inventory management, production, scheduling, and distribution coordination that affected their ability to serve their own customers effectively. These conversations revealed that logistics optimization represented only one component of broader supply chain inefficiencies that created substantial costs and competitive disadvantages for regional manufacturers. Companies needed integrated solutions that could coordinate procurement, production, warehousing, and distribution activities through unified analytical frameworks. Western Precision Manufacturing, one of Desert Mountain's largest customers, exemplified these challenges. The company produced specialized components for aerospace and defense contractors but struggled with coordinating raw material deliveries, production schedules, and finished product shipments across multiple facilities and customer locations. We spend more time managing logistics coordination than focusing on manufacturing excellence, explained Operations Director Sarah Martinez during a customer review meeting. Our production capabilities are world-class, but our supply chain management creates bottlenecks that limit our growth potential and customer satisfaction. Her company's challenges were representative of broader market demand for integrated supply chain solutions that could address multiple operational areas through coordinated analytical approaches. The total addressable market for such solutions extended far beyond transportation optimization to encompass comprehensive business process improvement for manufacturing companies. During customer visits and operational reviews, I began developing detailed understanding of how supply chain inefficiencies affected manufacturing competitiveness and profitability. These insights would prove essential for designing technological solutions that addressed complete business processes rather than isolated operational challenges. The customer development process also revealed the decision-making criteria and implementation preferences that would determine successful solution adoption. Manufacturing companies prioritized reliability and gradual implementation over revolutionary approaches that could disrupt established operations. My evening and weekend development work evolved beyond route optimization to encompass comprehensive supply chain management platforms that could integrate procurement, production planning, inventory management, and distribution coordination through unified analytical frameworks. These systems addressed the complete operational challenges that customers had described while providing scalability for companies of various sizes. The technological architecture emphasized modular design that enabled customers to implement specific components initially while adding additional capabilities over time as their comfort and requirements evolved. This approach addressed the implementation concerns that prevented many companies from adopting comprehensive enterprise solutions. Real-time data integration capabilities enabled the system to coordinate information from multiple sources including supplier systems, production equipment, inventory management databases, and transportation tracking platforms. This integration provided visibility and coordination capabilities that manual processes could not achieve effectively. Predictive analytics incorporated machine learning algorithms that could anticipate supply chain disruptions, capacity constraints, and demand fluctuations before they affected customer service or operational efficiency. These capabilities represented substantial advancement over reactive approaches that characterized traditional supply chain management. The user interface design prioritized intuitive operation that minimized training requirements while providing sophisticated analytical capabilities for users who needed advanced functionality. This balance addressed the staffing constraints that prevented many companies from fully utilizing complex enterprise software systems. Development work required substantial investment in cloud computing infrastructure, advanced programming frameworks, and specialized analytical tools that extended far beyond my initial optimization algorithms. The financial commitment approached $20,000 during the third year, representing nearly 30% of my gross income from Desert Mountain Logistics. Family members viewed these expenditures as evidence of misplaced priorities that threatened my financial security without generating corresponding income or career advancement. The gap between investment and visible returns reinforced their perception that my technology focus represented expensive hobby activity rather than strategic business development. My position at Desert Mountain provided unique perspective on competitive dynamics within the Southwest logistics market. Customer conversations revealed how competing logistics companies positioned their services, what pricing strategies they employed, and which operational capabilities provided competitive advantages or disadvantages. National logistics providers consistently competed on price and network coverage but struggled to provide the personalized service and local expertise that regional companies like Desert Mountain offered. However, their technological capabilities and operational efficiency often enabled pricing that regional competitors could not match profitably. Technology-focused logistics companies were beginning to enter regional markets with innovative approaches to freight optimization and customer communication that threatened traditional business models. These competitors typically offered lower pricing combined with superior tracking, communication, and analytical capabilities that appealed to customers seeking operational improvements. The competitive analysis revealed substantial opportunities for companies that could combine the personalized service of regional providers with the technological capabilities of national competitors. This positioning would require sophisticated operational systems combined with local market knowledge and customer relationship management that exceeded what pure technology companies typically provided. Venture capital investment in logistics. Technology companies was accelerating rapidly, with substantial funding flowing to startups developing innovative approaches to freight optimization, last-mile delivery, and supply chain analytics. These investments indicated growing recognition of transformation potential within the logistics industry. However, most venture-funded logistics companies focused on consumer delivery markets or large enterprise customers rather than mid-sized manufacturing companies that represented the core market opportunity one had identified through customer development activities. The competitive landscape suggested substantial market opportunity for specialized solutions serving mid-sized manufacturers that needed sophisticated supply chain capabilities but could not justify the costs and complexity of enterprise solutions designed for Fortune 500 companies. The development of comprehensive supply chain management systems required financial planning that extended beyond personal savings to encompass external funding strategies that could support accelerated development and market entry activities. The scope of market opportunity justified substantial investment in technological infrastructure and business development capabilities. My analysis of successful logistics technology companies revealed that initial capital requirements typically ranged from $500,000 to $2 million for developing commercially viable platforms and establishing market presence. These funding requirements exceeded what personal savings or employment income could provide within reasonable timeframes. Venture capital funding represented the most common approach for logistics technology startups, but accessing such funding required demonstrated market traction, experienced management teams, and business models that could scale rapidly to generate substantial returns for investors. Alternative funding approaches included angel investment from industry professionals, strategic partnerships with established logistics companies, and revenue-based financing that could support development while maintaining greater control over business direction and equity distribution. The financial strategy one developed emphasized bootstrapping initial development through personal investment while building market validation that could support external funding applications. This approach required maintaining employment income while developing business capabilities that could eventually replace salary dependence. Customer development activities were generating increasing interest in pilot testing opportunities that could provide initial revenue while validating commercial viability. These early adopter relationships could provide the market traction necessary for accessing external funding while reducing development risk through real-world testing and feedback. Professional conferences and industry associations provided opportunities for building relationships with potential customers, partners, and mentors who could support business development activities while providing guidance based on relevant experience in logistics and technology sectors. The Arizona Logistics Association became particularly valuable for understanding local market dynamics and developing relationships with decision-makers at potential customer companies. Monthly meetings and annual conferences provided access to operations managers, procurement directors, and senior executives who represented target markets for supply chain optimization solutions. Speaking opportunities at industry events enabled me to establish thought leadership credibility while demonstrating expertise in supply chain analytics and technology applications. These presentations generated substantial interest from attendees who faced similar operational challenges and were seeking innovative solutions. Professional relationships with successful entrepreneurs in adjacent technology sectors provided mentoring guidance for business development strategy, funding approaches, and operational scaling considerations that would be essential for transitioning from employment to independent business ownership. The network development process also revealed potential strategic partners who could provide complementary capabilities or market access that would accelerate business development while reducing competitive risks. These relationships would prove essential for eventual market entry and expansion activities. Industry relationships were providing validation that the market opportunities one had identified through customer development represented genuine demand rather than isolated customer needs. The consistency of challenges and interest across multiple companies confirmed the commercial viability of comprehensive supply chain optimization solutions. The complexity of developing enterprise-grade supply chain management systems required advanced technical capabilities that extended beyond my university education and initial programming experience. Cloud computing architecture, machine learning implementation, and enterprise integration frameworks demanded specialized knowledge that required focused study and practical application. Online education platforms provided access to advanced courses in artificial intelligence, data science, and enterprise software development that were essential for building commercially competitive solutions. The educational investment approached $10,000 annually but provided capabilities that would have required years of corporate experience to develop through traditional employment. Professional certifications in cloud computing platforms, data analytics tools, and project management methodologies provided credibility with potential customers and partners while ensuring that technical implementations followed industry best practices for security, scalability, and reliability. The skill development process also encompassed business capabilities including financial planning, marketing strategy, and sales process design that would be essential for successful entrepreneurship. These business skills complemented technological capabilities while providing comprehensive preparation for independent business operations. Advanced skills development required discipline and time management that balanced professional responsibilities with education activities and personal development projects. The investment in learning represented preparation for opportunities that had not yet materialized but would require immediate capability when market conditions aligned. My expanded responsibilities at Desert Mountain Logistics created opportunities for implementing pilot programs that could validate technological solutions while generating measurable business improvements. These internal testing opportunities provided proof of concept evidence that supported external customer development activities. The implementation of comprehensive analytics capabilities for Desert Mountain's operations demonstrated cost savings and efficiency improvements that exceeded initial projections. Fuel consumption decreased by 15% through optimized routing, while customer satisfaction scores improved substantially due to enhanced communication and delivery reliability. These results generated recognition within Arizona's logistics community as Desert Mountain's performance improvements became visible to customers and competitors. The company's enhanced capabilities attracted new customers while enabling premium pricing that reflected superior service delivery. However, senior management remained reluctant to commit resources for developing technological capabilities beyond immediate operational needs. Their conservative approach to innovation limited the scope of improvements that could be implemented while restricting my ability to test advanced features that customers were requesting. The organizational constraints at Desert Mountain reinforced my conclusion that independent business development would provide better opportunities for implementing comprehensive solutions while capturing full economic value from innovations, rather than sharing benefits with organizations that had not contributed to development investments. Strategic positioning within Desert Mountain evolved to focus on maintaining positive relationships while building external market validation that could support eventual transition to independent business operations. The success achieved internally provided credibility for external customer development while demonstrating practical results from technological innovation. Customer development activities revealed demand for supply chain optimization solutions that extended beyond the Arizona market to encompass manufacturing companies throughout the Southwest region and eventually national markets. The scalability of technological solutions enabled geographic expansion without proportional increases in operational complexity. Texas represented particularly attractive expansion opportunity due to its substantial manufacturing base and limited availability of specialized supply chain technology providers. The market size and growth potential justified focused business development activities that could establish strong market position before national competitors recognized the opportunity. California's complex regulatory environment and sophisticated manufacturing sector presented longer-term expansion possibilities that could generate substantial revenue while providing access to venture capital networks that could support accelerated growth and development activities. International expansion opportunities existed within Mexico's growing manufacturing sector, where North American Free Trade Agreement provisions created opportunities for cross-border supply chain optimization services that could leverage technological capabilities developed for domestic markets. The market expansion analysis revealed total addressable market potential exceeding $5 billion across North American manufacturing companies that needed supply chain optimization capabilities, but lacked access to suitable technological solutions. Geographic expansion strategies required careful planning for operational scaling, customer support capabilities, and regulatory compliance that would become essential as business development activities extended beyond initial regional focus areas. The fourth year of development work resulted in comprehensive supply chain management platform that integrated procurement optimization, production planning, inventory management, distribution coordination, and financial analytics through unified analytical framework that could serve manufacturing companies of various sizes and operational complexity. Beta testing with select customers generated exceptional results that validated commercial viability while identifying refinements necessary for broad market adoption. Cost savings consistently exceeded 20% compared to manual processes, while operational efficiency improvements enabled customers to serve larger markets without proportional increases in staffing or infrastructure investment. Customer feedback confirmed that the platform addressed genuine business needs while providing implementation simplicity that distinguished it from complex enterprise solutions that required extensive customization and training. The combination of sophisticated capabilities with operational accessibility represented substantial competitive advantage over existing alternatives. Technical performance testing demonstrated scalability that could support hundreds of simultaneous users while maintaining response times and reliability necessary for mission-critical business operations. The cloud-based architecture enabled rapid deployment and automatic updating that minimized customer administrative burdens. Security testing and compliance verification ensured that the platform met enterprise requirements for data protection and regulatory compliance that were essential for serving large manufacturing customers with sophisticated procurement and operational requirements. The completion of comprehensive technology platform represented culmination of 4 years of intensive development work that had consumed substantial personal resources while generating capabilities that could support sustainable competitive advantages in growing market segments. The combination of proven technology platform, validated market demand, established customer relationships, and comprehensive industry knowledge created foundation for transitioning from employment to independent business operations. The strategic preparation phase was complete, and market conditions supported immediate business launch activities. Customer development activities had generated pilot testing opportunities with 5 manufacturing companies that were prepared to become paying customers immediately upon platform availability. These early adopter relationships provided initial revenue potential while establishing reference customers for broader market development. The business plan encompassed comprehensive strategy for market entry, customer acquisition, operational scaling, and financial management that could support sustainable growth while maintaining competitive positioning against established logistics technology providers. Funding requirements were defined through detailed financial modeling that identified capital needs for initial operations while projecting revenue growth and profitability timelines based on conservative market adoption assumptions and competitive pricing analysis. Professional advisory relationships were established with experienced entrepreneurs, industry executives, and technology professionals who could provide guidance and support during transition period while contributing credibility for customer and investor development activities. The invisible apprenticeship that had begun with freight coordination at Desert Mountain Logistics was complete. The comprehensive industry knowledge, technological capabilities, customer relationships, and strategic preparation necessary for building successful logistics technology company had been systematically developed through 4 years of focused effort and investment. The foundation for extraordinary achievement had been established through ordinary work approached with exceptional vision and determination. The next phase would test the strategic preparation through real market engagement that would transform theoretical potential into commercial reality and demonstrate the value of unconventional approaches to career development and business creation. November 2019 brought an unexpected supply chain disruption that would fundamentally alter my trajectory from dedicated employee to recognized industry innovator. A massive wildfire in Northern California forced the closure of Interstate 5, the primary transportation corridor connecting the Pacific Northwest to Southern California, creating an unprecedented logistics crisis that affected every major shipping operation across the western United States. Desert Mountain Logistics found itself at the center of this catastrophe, with 47 trucks stranded north of the closure and 63 urgent deliveries scheduled for customers who depended on just-in-time delivery schedules. Traditional rerouting through alternative highways would add 3 to 5 days to delivery times, creating cascading delays that could shut down manufacturing operations for dozens of companies. CEO Michael Chen called an emergency meeting at 6 a.m. on November 12, gathering senior management, operations staff, and key coordinators to develop strategies for managing the crisis. The conference room atmosphere was tense as department heads outlined the scope of disruption and the limited options available through conventional approaches. We have customers facing production shutdowns if their components do not arrive within 48 hours, explained Customer Service Manager Patricia Williams. Standard rerouting will not meet these delivery requirements, and our competitors are facing identical challenges with no additional capacity available. Transportation Manager Robert Hayes added his assessment of the operational constraints. Every alternative route is experiencing massive congestion as carriers attempt to reroute their shipments. What normally requires 12 hours of driving time is now taking 36 hours, assuming drivers can find available parking and fuel along these secondary routes. The meeting continued for 2 hours with various proposals for managing the crisis, including partnering with air cargo providers, utilizing rail transportation, and negotiating extended delivery schedules with customers. Each option presented significant cost increases and operational complexity while failing to address the fundamental time sensitivity that characterized the most critical shipments. As discussions reached an impasse, Lisa Thompson turned to me with a question that would prove pivotal for my professional trajectory. Isabella, your optimization systems have consistently found solutions that manual planning missed. Do you see any alternatives that we have not considered? The room fell silent as senior executives who had never solicited input from coordination staff waited for my response. This moment represented the first time my analytical capabilities would be tested under genuine crisis conditions with substantial business consequences depending on the quality of my recommendations. My mind immediately began processing the transportation network data that I had been analyzing for 4 years while developing optimization algorithms. The wildfire closure created a constraint that conventional thinking interpreted as an insurmountable barrier, but mathematical optimization could potentially identify alternative routing combinations that manual planning would never consider. The interstate closure eliminates the most efficient route, but it does not eliminate all possible routing combinations. I began, moving to the whiteboard to sketch the transportation network. My analysis suggests that coordinated multimodal shipping through a combination of rail, air, and alternative highway routes could actually deliver faster than the original interstate routing for specific types of cargo. The executives exchanged skeptical glances as I outlined a complex coordination strategy that would divide shipments based on urgency, destination proximity, and cargo characteristics. High-value, time-sensitive components would move through expedited air cargo services. Medium-priority shipments would utilize rail connections through Phoenix and Albuquerque that avoided the affected corridor entirely. Lower-priority bulk cargo would move through carefully planned highway routes that bypassed congestion areas. This approach requires precise coordination and real-time tracking that exceeds our current operational capabilities, observed Robert Hayes. The complexity of managing 3 different transportation modes simultaneously would overwhelm our dispatching systems. His objection was valid according to conventional operational approaches, but I had been developing exactly the technological infrastructure necessary for coordinating complex multimodal shipments through my supply chain management platform. This crisis provided the perfect opportunity to demonstrate capabilities that had been theoretical until this moment. I have developed coordination software that can manage precisely this type of complex routing optimization, I explained, connecting my laptop to the conference room projector. The system can coordinate real-time tracking, delivery scheduling, and customer communication across multiple transportation modes while optimizing for cost and delivery reliability. The demonstration that followed revealed analytical capabilities that exceeded anything Desert Mountain Logistics had previously considered possible. My platform processed the stranded shipment data, evaluated alternative routing options, and generated comprehensive coordination plans that addressed every customer delivery requirement while minimizing costs and complexity. More importantly, the system provided real-time tracking and communication capabilities that would enable proactive management of the coordination process while keeping customers informed about delivery status and any required schedule adjustments. Michael Chen's decision to authorize implementation of my multimodal coordination strategy represented a significant gamble for a company that had built its reputation on reliable, conventional transportation services. The complexity of coordinating air cargo, rail connections, and alternative highway routing simultaneously exceeded anything Desert Mountain had attempted previously. Isabella, you will have complete authority for managing this coordination project, he announced to the assembled management team. Robert and Patricia will provide whatever support you require, but this is your responsibility and your opportunity to prove these systems work under real-world conditions. The next 72 hours became the most intense professional experience of my career to that point. My supply chain management platform performed flawlessly, coordinating shipment transfers between transportation modes while maintaining real-time visibility for customers and internal operations staff. The complexity that would have overwhelmed manual coordination processes was managed seamlessly through automated systems that optimized routing decisions continuously based on changing conditions. The air cargo components were delivered within 36 hours, beating the original interstate schedule by 12 hours and enabling customers to maintain production schedules without disruption. Rail shipments arrived exactly on schedule despite requiring coordination through multiple carriers and transfer points. Even the lower priority highway shipments were delivered faster than conventional rerouting would have achieved, as the optimization algorithms identified less congested alternative routes that manual planning had overlooked. Customer feedback was overwhelmingly positive, with several operations managers commenting that Desert Mountain's crisis response had exceeded their expectations for service quality and communication. The real-time tracking and proactive status updates provided confidence that enabled customers to maintain their operational schedules without costly contingency planning. More significantly, the total cost of the multimodal coordination strategy was actually lower than conventional rerouting would have required, as the optimization algorithms identified cost efficiencies that offset the complexity of managing multiple transportation modes. The success of this crisis response generated immediate recognition within Desert Mountain Logistics and attracted attention from customers who had observed the exceptional coordination capabilities during the emergency. Word of Desert Mountain's exceptional crisis response spread rapidly through Arizona's logistics community as customers shared their experiences with colleagues and industry contacts. The demonstration of advanced coordination capabilities during a genuine emergency provided credibility that years of gradual improvement could not have established. The Arizona Logistics Association invited me to present the crisis response case study at their quarterly meeting, providing my first opportunity to demonstrate thought leadership to a broader industry audience. The presentation attracted over 200 logistics professionals who were eager to understand how technological innovation could provide competitive advantages during challenging operational conditions. Isabella Rodriguez has demonstrated that sophisticated analytical approaches can outperform traditional logistics coordination even under the most demanding circumstances, commented Association President David Martinez during his introduction. Her innovative response to the interstate closure crisis represents exactly the type of creative problem-solving that our industry requires for remaining competitive in changing market conditions. The presentation generated substantial interest from logistics companies throughout the Southwest region who faced similar challenges with operational efficiency and customer service during disruption events. Several companies requested individual consultations to explore how similar coordination capabilities could be implemented within their operations. These industry relationships provided validation that the market opportunity one had identified through customer development represented genuine demand rather than isolated customer needs. The consistency of interest and the specific operational challenges that companies described confirmed the commercial viability of comprehensive supply chain optimization solutions. Professional recognition extended beyond the logistics community to include technology sector organizations that were monitoring innovation within traditional industries. The Phoenix Technology Council featured my work in their monthly newsletter as an example of how analytical thinking could transform conventional business operations. The demonstration of advanced coordination capabilities during the wildfire crisis generated immediate interest from manufacturing companies that had observed Desert Mountain's performance and recognized potential applications for their own supply chain challenges. Customer development conversations that had previously focused on theoretical capabilities now centered on proven results and specific implementation requirements. Western Precision Manufacturing approached me directly to discuss implementing similar coordination capabilities for their complex aerospace component supply chain. The company's operations required precise coordination between multiple suppliers, production facilities, and customer delivery schedules that could benefit substantially from the real-time optimization and tracking capabilities I had demonstrated. Your crisis response demonstrated exactly the type of coordination capabilities that could transform our operational efficiency, explained Sarah Martinez during our initial consultation meeting. We face similar complexity every day without the benefit of intelligent coordination systems. Her company's requirements encompassed procurement optimization, production scheduling, inventory management, and distribution coordination across multiple facilities and customer locations. The scope of potential implementation extended far beyond transportation optimization to include comprehensive supply chain management that could generate substantial competitive advantages. Similar conversations with other manufacturing companies revealed consistent patterns of interest in comprehensive supply chain optimization capabilities that could address operational complexity while maintaining the reliability and personal service that regional providers offered. The combination of sophisticated technology with local market knowledge represented unique positioning that national competitors could not easily replicate. Customer development activities also revealed substantial willingness to pay premium pricing for solutions that could demonstrate measurable operational improvements and cost savings. Manufacturing companies recognized that supply chain efficiency directly affected their competitiveness and profitability, making technological investment attractive when results could be validated through pilot testing. The acceleration of customer Interest provided confidence that independent business development could generate immediate revenue opportunities while establishing market position before national competitors recognized the opportunity within regional manufacturing markets. The successful implementation of multimodal coordination during the wildfire crisis provided comprehensive validation of technological capabilities that had been developed through 4 years of concentrated effort. The platform performed flawlessly under genuine operational pressure while demonstrating scalability and reliability necessary for commercial applications. Performance metrics from the crisis response exceeded my most optimistic projections for system capabilities. The platform processed over 15,000 routing calculations per hour while maintaining response times under 2 seconds for user queries and system updates. Database performance remained stable despite managing real-time tracking data for shipments across multiple transportation modes and geographic regions. Customer feedback confirmed that user interface design achieved the balance between sophisticated analytical capabilities and operational simplicity that was essential for adoption by companies without dedicated information technology departments. Operations managers were able to utilize advanced features without extensive training while maintaining confidence in system reliability during critical operational periods. The integration capabilities that enabled coordination across multiple transportation providers and tracking systems demonstrated the technical architecture's ability to work within existing operational environments without requiring comprehensive system replacements that many companies could not justify financially or operationally. Security testing during the crisis period confirmed that data protection and system access controls met enterprise requirements while maintaining the performance characteristics necessary for real-time operational applications. These security capabilities would be essential for serving larger manufacturing customers with sophisticated compliance and data protection requirements. The technological validation provided confidence for proceeding with independent business development while demonstrating competitive advantages that established logistics software providers could not easily replicate through incremental improvements to existing platforms. The recognition and opportunities generated by the wildfire crisis response created a strategic decision point that would determine my professional trajectory for the following decade. Multiple attractive options emerged simultaneously, requiring careful evaluation of long-term implications and alignment with personal objectives for impact and achievement. Desert Mountain Logistics offered immediate promotion to Director of Technology Operations with substantial salary increase and equity participation in company growth. The position would provide resources for expanding technological capabilities while maintaining the security and benefits of established employment. However, the role would limit my ability to serve external customers or develop independent business relationships. Several competing logistics companies approached me with offers for senior management positions that would provide higher compensation and greater authority for implementing technological innovations. These opportunities offered faster career advancement within traditional organizational structures while providing access to larger customer bases and operational resources. Technology consulting represented another alternative that would enable independent business development while maintaining relationships with multiple logistics companies as clients rather than employers. This approach would provide flexibility for building customer relationships while generating revenue through project-based work rather than comprehensive platform implementation. The option that aligned most closely with my long-term objectives for market impact and business building was independent venture development focused on serving mid-sized manufacturing companies with comprehensive supply chain optimization solutions. This path offered maximum potential for capturing economic value from innovations while building sustainable competitive advantages through proprietary technological capabilities. However, independent business development also represented the highest risk alternative, requiring abandonment of employment security while investing personal resources in unproven market opportunities. The decision would test my confidence in the market validation and technological capabilities that had been developed through years of systematic preparation. The recognition I was receiving for technological innovation and the career opportunities that emerged from the crisis response generated mixed reactions from family members who had previously viewed my extended tenure at Desert Mountain Logistics as evidence of limited ambition and career stagnation. My father's perspective began shifting as industry recognition validated capabilities that he had not previously understood or appreciated. Isabella is receiving offers from companies throughout Arizona, he explained to relatives who inquired about my career progress. Her technology work is creating opportunities that we did not expect. His acknowledgement represented significant change from earlier dismissive comments about expensive computer equipment and unrealistic technology projects. However, his support remained conditional on pursuing conventional advancement opportunities. rather than the entrepreneurial path that offered greatest alignment with my strategic objectives. Carmen's advice consistently emphasized the security and prestige associated with senior management positions at established companies. Isabella should accept the highest salary offer and build her reputation within a respected organization, she counseled during family discussions about the various opportunities. Entrepreneurship is too risky when excellent employment options are available. Her perspective reflected sound career strategy for conventional advancement paths, but it underestimated the market potential and competitive advantages that independent business development could provide. The distinction between optimizing individual career outcomes and maximizing market impact remained difficult to communicate to family members who measured professional success through traditional organizational achievement. Diego's engineering background enabled greater appreciation for the technological innovations that had created these opportunities, but his risk assessment remained conservative. Isabella has proven her capabilities and should leverage them for secure advancement rather than uncertain business ventures, he suggested. Established companies provide resources and market access that individual entrepreneurs cannot match. These family dynamics created pressure for pursuing conventional career advancement rather than entrepreneurial alternatives that appeared unnecessarily risky despite offering greater potential for long-term impact and achievement. The logistics technology sector was experiencing unprecedented investment and innovation activity during late 2019, with venture capital firms directing substantial funding toward companies developing solutions for supply chain optimization, last-mile delivery, and transportation coordination. Market conditions suggested excellent timing for launching innovative logistics technology companies. However, the competitive landscape was becoming increasingly crowded as established enterprise software providers expanded their logistics capabilities while new startups entered the market with specialized solutions for specific industry segments. Differentiation would require clear competitive advantages and focused market positioning that established sustainable competitive moats. My analysis of competitive alternatives revealed substantial opportunities for serving mid-sized manufacturing companies that were underserved by existing solutions. Enterprise platforms were too complex and expensive for these companies, while simple logistics applications lacked the sophistication necessary for competitive differentiation. The combination of comprehensive supply chain management capabilities with implementation simplicity represented unique positioning that existing competitors had not addressed effectively. Large enterprise providers focused on Fortune 500 customers, while logistics startups typically targeted consumer delivery markets rather than manufacturing supply chains. Geographic focus within the Southwest region provided additional competitive advantages through local market knowledge and customer relationship development that national competitors could not easily replicate. Regional expertise combined with superior technology created defensible market positioning that could support sustainable competitive advantages. Market timing analysis confirmed that manufacturing companies were increasingly recognizing supply chain efficiency as critical competitive factor while remaining frustrated with available technological solutions. The convergence of market demand with competitive positioning suggested optimal conditions for independent business launch. After comprehensive analysis of alternatives and their long-term implications, I concluded that independent venture development offered the greatest potential for achieving meaningful market impact while building sustainable competitive advantages that could support significant business value creation. The decision required abandoning employment security and immediate income while investing personal resources in business development activities with uncertain outcomes. However, the market validation and technological capabilities that had been systematically developed provided confidence that independent business development could succeed where conventional employment would limit potential impact. Financial planning confirmed that personal savings combined with early customer revenue could support business operations during initial development phases, while external funding could accelerate growth when market traction had been demonstrated. The resource requirements were substantial but manageable given conservative assumptions about customer adoption and revenue generation. Customer development activities had generated sufficient interest from potential early adopters to provide initial revenue opportunities while establishing reference customers for broader market development. These early customer relationships provided foundation for sustainable business development rather than speculative market entry. Professional relationships within the industry would provide ongoing support and guidance during transition periods, while contributing credibility for customer development and partnership opportunities. The network effects from industry recognition would facilitate business development in ways that conventional employment could not provide. The strategic preparation that had been conducted through 4 years of systematic learning and development provided comprehensive foundation for independent business success. Technical capabilities, market knowledge, customer relationships, and industry credibility had been established through patient effort that positioned me for extraordinary achievement through entrepreneurial applications. The invisible apprenticeship was complete. The breakthrough moment had provided undeniable validation of capabilities and market opportunity. The next phase would test strategic preparation through direct market engagement as an independent business owner rather than corporate employee. The foundation for transformation from recognized employee to industry entrepreneur had been established through persistent effort and strategic positioning that demonstrated how extraordinary success often emerges from ordinary circumstances. Approached with exceptional vision and determination. The decision to pursue independent business development required meticulous planning for transitioning from desert mountain logistics while maintaining professional relationships that would prove essential for future success. My approach emphasized gradual transition over abrupt departure, ensuring continued excellence in current responsibilities while systematically building external business foundations. Michael Chen's response to my resignation notice reflected both disappointment and professional respect for the systematic approach I proposed for knowledge transfer and operational continuity. Rather than immediate departure, we negotiated a 6-month transition period that would enable comprehensive documentation of technological systems while training replacement personnel in optimization methodologies. Isabella, your contributions have transformed our operational capabilities beyond what we believed possible, he acknowledged during our transition planning meeting. While we regret losing your expertise, we respect your entrepreneurial ambitions and want to ensure successful transition for both parties. The transition agreement included consulting provisions that would enable continued collaboration on specific projects while establishing clear boundaries between my emerging business activities and ongoing obligations to desert mountain logistics. This arrangement provided income continuity during initial business development phases while maintaining valuable professional relationships. Lisa Thompson assumed responsibility for managing the technological systems I had implemented, with comprehensive training sessions that ensured operational continuity while documenting the analytical methodologies that had generated competitive advantages. Her dedication to mastering these systems reflected organizational commitment to maintaining technological capabilities despite personnel changes. The transition period provided opportunity for completing customer implementations that had been initiated during the crisis response while establishing protocols for knowledge transfer that preserved Desert Mountain's competitive positioning. Professional integrity demanded ensuring that my departure would not compromise capabilities that customers had come to depend upon. Western Precision Manufacturing became my first independent customer through direct engagement that began during the transition period at Desert Mountain Logistics. Sarah Martinez had been consistently impressed with coordination capabilities demonstrated during various supply chain challenges and recognized immediate applications for her aerospace component operations. The initial project scope encompassed comprehensive analysis of Western Precision's supply chain inefficiencies followed by implementation of optimization systems that could coordinate procurement, production scheduling, and distribution activities through integrated analytical frameworks. The engagement represented substantial revenue opportunity while providing crucial validation of commercial viability. Isabella's crisis response demonstrated coordination capabilities that could transform our operational efficiency while reducing costs that currently limit our competitive positioning, Sarah explained to her management team during project approval discussions. The potential return on investment justifies immediate implementation regardless of our typical procurement procedures. The Western Precision implementation became a comprehensive case study in supply chain transformation through technological innovation. Baseline measurements established current performance metrics across procurement cycle times, inventory carrying costs, production scheduling efficiency, and customer delivery reliability that would enable quantitative assessment of improvement. Results. The optimization algorithms identified procurement inefficiencies that were costing Western Precision approximately $200,000 annually through suboptimal supplier selection and order timing decisions. Production scheduling improvements reduced manufacturing cycle times by 15% while improving asset utilization across multiple facility locations. Distribution coordination eliminated customer delivery delays that had been affecting customer satisfaction scores while reducing transportation costs through optimized routing and carrier selection. The comprehensive results exceeded initial projections while demonstrating scalability for larger manufacturing operations. Customer feedback validated both technological capabilities and implementation methodology that addressed genuine business needs without disrupting established operational procedures. The balance between innovation and operational continuity proved essential for successful adoption by companies that could not afford implementation risks. Industry recognition generated speaking opportunities at logistics conferences throughout the Southwest region where I could demonstrate expertise while building professional relationships that would support business development activities. These platforms provided access to decision-makers at potential customer companies while establishing thought leadership credibility. The National Association of Manufacturers invited me to present supply chain optimization case studies at their annual Southwest Regional Conference, providing exposure to manufacturing executives who represented ideal target customers for comprehensive supply chain solutions. The presentation attracted over 400 attendees who were actively seeking technological solutions for operational challenges. Isabella Rodriguez represents the next generation of logistics innovation that combines analytical sophistication with practical implementation expertise, commented Association President Robert Chen during his introduction. Her work demonstrates how technological advancement can generate competitive advantages for manufacturing companies of all sizes. The conference presentation generated immediate interest from dozens of manufacturing companies that faced similar supply chain challenges and recognized potential applications for their operations. Follow-up conversations revealed consistent patterns of interest in comprehensive solutions that could address multiple operational areas through coordinated analytical approaches. Professional relationships expanded beyond regional networks to include national logistics and technology organizations that provided access to industry trends, competitive intelligence, and potential partnership opportunities. These connections proved invaluable for understanding market dynamics and competitive positioning strategies. Technology sector organizations recognized my work as exemplifying successful application of analytical innovation within traditional industries. The Phoenix Technology Council featured my business development as a case study in their entrepreneurship program while providing access to mentoring resources and potential investor networks. The transition from internal development to commercial platform required substantial enhancement of user interface design, customer support capabilities, and security features that would meet enterprise requirements for data protection and system reliability. These improvements demanded significant investment in technical infrastructure and professional development resources. Cloud computing architecture was redesigned to support hundreds of simultaneous users while maintaining response times and reliability necessary for mission-critical business applications. The scalability improvements required migration to enterprise-grade hosting services with comprehensive backup and disaster recovery capabilities that could ensure customer data protection. User interface design was refined through extensive testing with potential customers who provided feedback about operational requirements and workflow integration preferences. The iterative design process resulted in intuitive interfaces that provided sophisticated analytical capabilities without requiring extensive technical training or ongoing support. Customer support systems were established to provide technical assistance, implementation guidance, and ongoing optimization consulting that would ensure successful adoption while building customer satisfaction and retention. These support capabilities represented substantial operational investment but proved essential for commercial success. Security enhancements included encryption protocols, access control systems, and compliance verification that met enterprise requirements for data protection while maintaining operational performance. These security improvements required professional consultation and certification that added significant development costs but enabled service to larger customers with sophisticated requirements. The commercial platform development consumed substantial financial resources while extending development timelines beyond initial projections. However, the investment proved necessary for establishing competitive positioning that could support premium pricing and customer retention in increasingly competitive markets. Western Precision Manufacturing's implementation results provided comprehensive validation of commercial viability while generating detailed case study documentation that could support broader customer development activities. The quantifiable improvements in operational efficiency and cost reduction offered compelling evidence for potential customers evaluating technological investment decisions. Procurement optimization generated annual savings of $240,000 through improved supplier selection and order timing while reducing administrative workload by 30%. Production scheduling improvements increased manufacturing efficiency by 18% while improving customer delivery reliability from 85% to 97%. Inventory management optimization reduced carrying costs by 25% while eliminating stockout incidents that had previously disrupted production schedules and customer deliveries. The combination of cost reduction and service improvement generated substantial competitive advantages that enabled Western Precision to pursue larger customer contracts. Customer satisfaction surveys confirmed that technological improvements had enhanced operational confidence while reducing administrative burden for management personnel. The automation of routine coordination activities enabled focus on strategic planning and customer relationship development that generated additional business value. Sarah Martinez became an enthusiastic advocate for the technological solutions while providing reference customer support for subsequent business development activities. Her willingness to share results and implementation experience proved invaluable for establishing credibility with potential customers who required validation from industry peers. The Western Precision case study became central component of customer development presentations while demonstrating practical applications of supply chain optimization across various manufacturing sectors. The documented results provided evidence that supported premium pricing while differentiating comprehensive solutions from simpler alternatives offered by competitors. Success with Western Precision Manufacturing generated referrals and direct inquiries from other manufacturing companies that had observed operational improvements or received recommendations from industry colleagues. Customer diversification became possible through proven implementation methodology and established technology platform capabilities. Southwestern Electronics contracted for supply chain optimization services focused on coordinating procurement across multiple supplier relationships while managing inventory levels for rapid customer response requirements. The electronics industry presented unique challenges related to component obsolescence and demand volatility that required specialized analytical approaches. Desert fabrication industries engaged optimization services for coordinating complex custom manufacturing operations that required precise scheduling across multiple production stages and customer delivery requirements. The custom manufacturing environment demanded flexibility and real-time adjustment capabilities that tested platform adaptability. Each customer implementation provided learning opportunities that enhanced technological capabilities while expanding industry expertise across diverse manufacturing sectors. The accumulated knowledge enabled more sophisticated solutions while building competitive advantages that established providers could not easily replicate. Customer diversification also reduced business risk through multiple revenue sources while providing opportunities for cross-selling additional services and capability enhancements. The expanding customer base created network effects that supported accelerated business development through referrals and industry recognition. Geographic expansion began through customer operations in adjacent markets while maintaining focus on Southwest regional positioning that provided competitive advantages through local market knowledge and customer relationship development. The regional approach enabled sustainable growth while building foundation for eventual national expansion. Independent business operations required comprehensive financial management that balanced current customer service obligations with investment in capabilities necessary for sustainable growth and competitive positioning. Cash flow management became critical for maintaining operational stability while funding development activities. Customer revenue exceeded initial projections during the first operational year while implementation costs remained within budgeted parameters. The positive financial performance provided confidence for increased investment in platform development and business expansion activities while maintaining conservative financial management practices. Reinvestment priorities emphasized technological capabilities that would support larger customer implementations while enhancing competitive differentiation through proprietary features that established providers could not easily replicate. Platform development consumed substantial resources but generated capabilities that supported premium pricing and customer retention. Business development activities required investment in marketing materials, industry conference participation, and professional relationship building that would accelerate customer acquisition while establishing market leadership positioning. These marketing investments generated measurable results through increased lead generation and improved conversion rates. Professional services expansion enabled offering implementation consulting and ongoing optimization support that generated additional revenue while building customer relationships that supported retention and expansion opportunities. The service capabilities created competitive moats while providing insights for continued platform development. Financial performance tracking confirmed that unit economics supported sustainable growth while generating acceptable profitability margins that could fund continued expansion. The business model validation provided confidence for pursuing more aggressive growth strategies while maintaining prudent risk management practices. The logistics technology sector continued experiencing substantial investment and innovation activity as established enterprise providers expanded capabilities while numerous startups entered markets with specialized solutions. Competitive differentiation. required clear value proposition communication and sustained innovation that maintained technological advantages. Market analysis revealed that most competitors focused either on large enterprise customers with comprehensive but complex solutions or consumer delivery markets with simplified but limited capabilities. The mid-sized manufacturing market remained underserved by solutions that combined enterprise sophistication with implementation simplicity. Competitive positioning emphasized comprehensive supply chain optimization capabilities delivered through accessible implementation processes that enabled rapid deployment without extensive organizational disruption. This positioning differentiated services from both complex enterprise solutions and simplified logistics applications. Customer feedback consistently confirmed that comprehensive capabilities combined with implementation simplicity represented unique value proposition that established competitors had not addressed effectively. The market positioning supported premium pricing while generating customer loyalty through superior value delivery. Thought leadership activities through industry publications and conference presentations established recognition as innovation leader within supply chain optimization while building credibility that supported customer development and partnership opportunities. Professional recognition enhanced competitive positioning while attracting talented personnel. Strategic partnerships with complementary technology providers enabled expanded service offerings while maintaining focus on core supply chain optimization capabilities. Partnership relationships provided access to additional market opportunities, while enhancing customer value through integrated solutions. Business growth necessitated transition from individual contributor to organizational leader responsible for building team capabilities that could support expanding customer requirements while maintaining service quality standards. Team development represented substantial management challenge that required new skill development. The first personnel addition focused on customer implementation specialists who could manage complex deployments while providing ongoing support that ensured customer success and satisfaction. Implementation expertise proved critical for customer retention while enabling expansion to serve additional customers simultaneously. Technical development resources were added to support platform enhancement and customer customization requirements that exceeded individual capacity limitations. Additional programming expertise enabled more sophisticated feature development while improving system reliability and performance characteristics. Customer service capabilities were expanded through dedicated support personnel who could provide technical assistance and optimization consulting that enhanced customer satisfaction while identifying expansion opportunities within existing accounts. Professional customer service created competitive advantages through superior support experiences. Administrative and financial management support enabled focus on strategic activities while ensuring operational excellence in routine business functions. Professional business operations created foundation for sustainable growth while maintaining compliance with regulatory and financial requirements. Team development emphasized cultural alignment with customer success priorities while building technical capabilities that supported innovation and competitive differentiation. Organizational culture became a critical factor for attracting talented personnel while maintaining service excellence during rapid growth periods. The combination of proven technological capabilities, established customer base, and growing market recognition created foundation for developing comprehensive long-term strategy that could guide decision-making while positioning for substantial market impact and sustainable competitive advantages. 5-year strategic planning encompassed geographic expansion across Southwest and Western regions while building technological capabilities that could support national market entry when competitive. Positioning and operational capacity justified broader expansion efforts. Regional dominance would provide foundation for national growth. Technology development roadmap emphasized artificial intelligence and machine learning capabilities that could provide predictive optimization and automated decision-making that would differentiate services from reactive approaches offered by traditional competitors. Advanced analytics represented sustainable competitive advantages. Market expansion strategy included vertical specialization within aerospace, electronics, and automotive manufacturing sectors where specialized expertise could command premium pricing while building deep customer relationships that provided competitive moats against general-purpose solutions. Partnership development plans encompassed relationships with enterprise software providers, management consulting firms, and industry associations that could provide market access and credibility while expanding service capabilities through complementary expertise and resources. The strategic vision emphasized building market-leading position within supply chain optimization while creating sustainable competitive advantages through proprietary technology, specialized expertise, and comprehensive customer relationships that would support long-term growth and profitability. The systematic approach to business development during the first independent operational year created comprehensive foundation for extraordinary achievement that would ultimately validate the strategic preparation conducted during years of employment at Desert Mountain Logistics. Every component necessary for sustainable success had been established through disciplined execution. Customer success stories provided evidence that technological innovation could generate substantial business value while solving genuine operational challenges that traditional approaches had not addressed effectively. The proven results created credibility for pursuing larger opportunities while establishing market leadership positioning. Professional recognition within industry networks confirmed thought leadership status while providing access to customer prospects, partnership opportunities, and market intelligence that would support accelerated growth during subsequent development phases. Industry credibility created competitive advantages that could not easily be replicated. Financial performance exceeded projections while validating business model assumptions about market demand, pricing strategies, and operational efficiency. The economic sustainability provided confidence for pursuing aggressive growth strategies while maintaining conservative risk management practices. Team capabilities and organizational systems provided foundation for scaling operations while maintaining service quality standards that supported customer retention and referral generation. Operational excellence created platform for sustainable competitive advantages through superior customer experiences. The strategic credibility that had been systematically built through proven results, industry recognition, and operational excellence positioned the business for transformation from regional service provider to market-leading technology company. That would ultimately demonstrate how extraordinary achievement emerges from disciplined preparation and strategic execution. The success achieved with initial customer implementations provided foundation for conducting systematic market analysis that would identify expansion opportunities while revealing competitive dynamics across regional and national logistics technology markets. This assessment phase became crucial for determining optimal growth strategies and resource allocation priorities that could maximize long-term market impact. Regional market analysis encompassed detailed evaluation of manufacturing companies throughout Arizona, New Mexico, Nevada, and Southern California that represented potential customers for supply chain optimization services. The research revealed substantial unmet demand for technological solutions that could address operational inefficiencies without requiring comprehensive organizational restructuring or excessive capital investment. Manufacturing sector analysis identified specific industry segments where supply chain complexity created opportunities for analytical optimization while generating measurable competitive advantages through improved efficiency and cost reduction. Aerospace component manufacturing, electronics assembly, automotive parts production, and specialized industrial equipment represented sectors with sophisticated operational requirements that could justify premium pricing for advanced technological solutions. Customer segmentation research revealed distinct market categories based on operational complexity, technological sophistication, and financial resources that would require differentiated service approaches and pricing strategies. Mid-sized manufacturers with annual revenues between $50 million and $500 million represented optimal target market due to their operational complexity combined with decision-making agility that enabled rapid technology adoption. Competitive landscape evaluation encompassed analysis of enterprise software providers, specialized logistics technology companies, and management consulting firms that offered related services within target market segments. The assessment revealed significant gaps in comprehensive supply chain optimization services for mid-sized manufacturers who needed enterprise-level capabilities delivered through accessible implementation processes. Geographic expansion analysis identified markets beyond the Southwest region where similar customer segments faced comparable operational challenges while lacking access to sophisticated supply chain optimization solutions. Texas, Colorado, and the Pacific Northwest represented attractive expansion opportunities that could leverage proven technological capabilities and implementation methodologies. The comprehensive market intelligence confirmed substantial growth potential that could support aggressive expansion strategies while maintaining focus on customer segments and geographic regions where competitive advantages could be sustained through specialized expertise and superior technological capabilities. Direct customer engagement activities provided detailed validation of market demand while generating qualified prospect pipeline that could support sustainable revenue growth during subsequent expansion phases. Customer development conversations consistently revealed operational pain points that aligned precisely with technological solutions that had been proven successful through existing implementations. Manufacturing companies throughout the Southwest region confirmed persistent challenges with supply chain coordination that created cost inefficiencies and service delivery problems affecting their competitive positioning. Procurement optimization, production scheduling coordination, and distribution management represented universal challenges that generated immediate interest in technological solutions when capabilities were demonstrated through case study presentations. Pilot program opportunities emerged from customer development activities as manufacturing companies expressed willingness to test optimization solutions within specific operational areas before committing to comprehensive implementations. These pilot programs provided additional validation opportunities while generating revenue and customer references that could support broader market development efforts. Customer decision-making process analysis revealed typical evaluation criteria and timeline requirements that would influence sales strategy development and resource allocation for business development activities. Manufacturing companies generally required 3 to 6 months for technology evaluation while involving multiple stakeholders including operations management, information technology personnel, and senior executive approval authorities. Pricing sensitivity research confirmed that manufacturing customers would accept premium pricing for solutions that delivered measurable operational improvements and cost savings that exceeded implementation investment within reasonable payback periods. Value-based pricing strategies could capture substantial portions of customer benefits while remaining attractive compared to alternative improvement approaches. Customer retention analysis from existing implementations demonstrated high satisfaction levels and renewal rates that supported sustainable business models based on recurring revenue rather than one-time project implementations. Long-term customer relationships created predictable revenue streams while providing opportunities for service expansion and capability enhancement over time. The customer demand validation confirmed robust market opportunity that could support accelerated business development while providing foundation for geographic expansion and service enhancement strategies that would maximize competitive positioning and revenue potential. Detailed competitive analysis encompassed evaluation of direct competitors offering supply chain optimization services alongside indirect competitors including enterprise software providers, management consulting firms, and internal technology development alternatives that potential customers might consider instead of external solutions. Enterprise software providers such as SAP, Oracle, and Microsoft offered comprehensive business management platforms that included supply chain modules but required substantial implementation investment and organizational restructuring that made them impractical for most mid-sized manufacturers. These solutions provided functional breadth but lacked optimization sophistication and implementation simplicity that represented key competitive advantages. Specialized logistics technology companies typically focused on specific operational areas such as transportation management or inventory optimization without providing comprehensive supply chain coordination capabilities. These point solutions addressed individual challenges but failed to deliver integrated optimization that could generate maximum operational improvements and cost savings. Management consulting firms offered supply chain analysis and process improvement services but generally lacked proprietary technological capabilities and ongoing operational support that would sustain improvements over time. Consulting approaches provided strategic guidance but required internal implementation capabilities that many manufacturers lacked. Internal technology development represented alternative that some larger manufacturers considered for addressing supply chain challenges through custom software development. However, internal development required substantial investment in technical personnel and infrastructure while lacking specialized supply chain expertise that external providers offered. Competitive positioning analysis confirmed unique market position for comprehensive supply chain optimization delivered through accessible implementation processes that enabled rapid deployment without organizational disruption. This positioning addressed market gaps that established competitors had not recognized or chosen not to serve effectively. Strategic differentiation emphasized proven results through customer case studies, specialized supply chain expertise, and proprietary technological capabilities that could not be easily replicated by competitors without substantial investment in development and market knowledge that would require years to establish. The competitive analysis validated sustainable competitive advantages that could support premium pricing and market leadership positioning while identifying specific areas where continued innovation and capability development would maintain differentiation. As markets evolved and competition intensified, customer feedback and competitive analysis informed comprehensive technology enhancement strategy that would maintain competitive advantages while expanding capabilities to serve larger customers and more complex operational requirements. Platform development priorities emphasized scalability, integration capabilities, and advanced analytics that would differentiate services from simpler alternatives. Artificial intelligence integration became primary development priority for enabling predictive optimization and automated decision-making capabilities that could anticipate supply chain disruptions before they affected customer operations. Machine learning algorithms would analyze historical patterns and real-time data to provide proactive recommendations that exceeded reactive approaches offered by traditional solutions. Enterprise integration capabilities required enhancement to support seamless connectivity with existing business systems, including enterprise resource planning platforms, manufacturing execution systems, and customer relationship management databases. Integration sophistication would enable comprehensive optimization across all customer operations rather than isolated improvements within specific functional areas. User interface redesign focused on providing intuitive access to sophisticated analytical capabilities while maintaining operational simplicity that enabled adoption by personnel without extensive technical training. Interface improvements would reduce implementation barriers while expanding user adoption within customer organizations. Mobile application development would enable real-time access to optimization recommendations and performance monitoring through smartphones and tablets that could support field operations and executive decision-making. Mobile capabilities represented increasingly important competitive requirements as customers expected technology solutions to support modern workplace flexibility. Security enhancement encompassed advanced encryption protocols, access control systems, and compliance verification that would meet requirements for serving larger customers with sophisticated data protection and regulatory compliance obligations. Enterprise-grade security would enable expansion into industry segments with stringent information security requirements. Performance optimization improvements would support larger customer implementations while maintaining response times and system reliability necessary for mission-critical business operations. Scalability enhancements would enable serving hundreds of simultaneous users while processing complex optimization calculations in real time. The technology enhancement strategy required substantial investment in development resources and infrastructure capabilities but would generate competitive advantages that could support premium pricing and market leadership positioning across expanding customer segments and geographic markets. Comprehensive financial modeling encompassed revenue projections, cost structure analysis, and profitability scenarios that would guide investment decisions and growth strategy development while ensuring sustainable business expansion that maintained operational excellence and customer satisfaction. Revenue projection modeling incorporated customer acquisition rates, average contract values, and retention percentages based on historical performance data and market expansion assumptions. Conservative scenarios projected annual revenue growth rates of 60 to 80%, while optimistic scenarios suggested potential for doubling revenue annually during initial expansion phases. Customer acquisition cost analysis revealed efficient marketing and sales approaches that could generate qualified prospects through industry networking, conference participation, and customer referral programs. Direct sales strategies proved most effective for complex solutions while reducing customer acquisition costs compared to broader marketing approaches. Average contract value trends indicated opportunities for expanding deal sizes through comprehensive service offerings and multi-year agreements that provided customers with implementation certainty while generating predictable revenue streams for business planning purposes. Service expansion within existing accounts represented efficient growth opportunities. Cost structure analysis encompassed technology development expenses, personnel costs, and operational overhead that would scale with business growth while maintaining profitability margins sufficient for reinvestment in competitive capabilities and market expansion activities. Unit economics confirmed sustainable business model characteristics. Profitability projections indicated potential for achieving substantial margins through value-based pricing strategies that captured portions of customer benefits while remaining attractive compared to alternative improvement approaches. Premium pricing was sustainable due to proven results and limited competitive alternatives. Investment requirement analysis identified capital needs for technology development, personnel expansion, and market development activities that would support aggressive growth strategies while maintaining operational excellence and competitive positioning. External funding would accelerate growth beyond what internal cash flow could support independently. The financial modeling confirmed strong unit economics and growth potential that could justify substantial investment in business expansion while providing attractive returns for potential investors and sustainable competitive advantages for long-term market leadership. Market expansion opportunities and competitive positioning requirements suggested substantial benefits from strategic partnership development with complementary service providers, technology vendors, and industry organizations that could enhance Capabilities while providing access to additional customer segments and geographic markets. Enterprise software partnerships with companies such as Microsoft, Salesforce, and other business platform providers could enable integration capabilities that would differentiate services while providing access to their customer bases for business development activities. Technology partnerships would enhance platform capabilities while reducing development costs and time requirements. Up next, you've got 2 more standout stories right on your screen. If this one hit the mark, you won't want to pass these up. Just click and check them out. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell, so you don't miss any upload from us.